Hey guys, I'm here to do an impromptu book review. I'm sorry if the lighting is bad, but I just decided to do this on the fly. So, yeah, I'm here to review John Green's Looking for Alaska. I recently mentioned it in my August wrap-up, and I just want to give my opinions on it. I've heard a lot of great things about this book. I have read The Fault in Our Stars and really enjoyed it. Gave it, I think, 5 stars, but I gave this one 3 stars, and I'm going to tell you why. This review is going to have some spoilers, so if you do not want to see spoilers, I wouldn't watch, because I'm going to give a few things away because it's kind of hard to explain the story without giving away a few spoilers. So this is about a high schooler named Miles who doesn't have a lot of friends, is basically a nobody, just hangs out with his parents, convinces them to send him to a boarding school, and he is obsessed with writers' last words, and a writer in particular he likes, one of his last words was about the great perhaps, which is kind of like something big happening in his life, and I feel like up to this point in his life nothing big was happening, and it was kind of just, nothing going on, and he wasn't anybody. So he got to this boarding school, and he had a roommate named Chip. I forget what, I think his nickname was Colonel. They all had nicknames. And they lived together, and he introduced Miles to a girl named Alaska. So that's where the title comes from, Looking for Alaska. It is not a road trip book or anything. It's about a girl named Alaska, which I think that is her nickname. And in the book, for the pacing, instead of by chapters, it goes by days before an event and days after, and it kind of counts down. This is a very sad book, and it's depressing. I wouldn't say it's tragic, it's just really depressing. And usually I'm okay with books like that, but I have to like the characters, and in this book I didn't feel especially attached to any of the characters. I didn't like them all that much. I found the main character, Miles, nicknamed Pudge, to be kind of selfish. He was looking to make friends, but he, in the process, kind of stomped on other people, kept things to himself, and he dated a girl just to date her and didn't really care about her all that much. And I didn't really like Alaska all that much either. She had a boyfriend, but she flirted with other people, and she couldn't just be faithful or make up her mind and break up with the person. I think it was really obvious that all the characters, besides the main character, had a lot of turmoil in their personal life. Alaska, I know, came from a broken home, and she was very emotionally unstable. So it kind of explains her actions, and it definitely shows, John Green did a good job at showing, how those things can spiral downward. And it also showed about Chip's unhappy childhood, and kind of gave some insight into his life. And if anyone, I kind of liked him, although he was really messed up and he drank in his room, and he stayed with a girlfriend he didn't like. He was faithful to her, and also he really loved his mom, and it showed in the book how much he liked his mom, and I definitely could connect with that, and I did like that about it. But I wasn't just a huge fan of the book overall. The event so spoiler right now, the event is Alaska dying. She died in a car on her way to go see her mom's grave. Her mom died when she was younger, and she forgot about her mom's anniversary of her death. And so it was just an overall really sad book, and I think I would have been more emotionally attached to it if I liked the characters. But I didn't feel bad for anyone that much. I did like that Alaska read, and I thought that was pretty interesting. But overall, the story was kind of far-fetched and didn't seem that real. I think it would have seemed more real if it was like a normal high school, and they didn't do a lot of the things that they did in the book and got in as many shenanigans. But it was creative in all the different funny stories and predicaments they got themselves into. I don't know, I just I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't really liking anyone, and I felt like it was a little bit like Perks of Being a Wallflower, but not as good. Perks of Being a Wallflower, I really connected to some of the characters, and I definitely felt a connection to them, and which made me like the story more, and even though there was some sad parts and whatnot, there was a lot to be happy about. Whereas in this book, I didn't really see that, and I don't know, it just was such a slow read for me, even though it was like a little over 200 pages, like 220 or something. It was really long because of the lack of chapter breaks, and it was just solid text throughout. I must say the one good thing about this book is that even though the ending was really not happy and a lot of the book wasn't happy, something did happen in Miles' life and he got his great perhaps. Something big happened and he wasn't just a nobody, and he met some people who really changed his life. And I think that is maybe the message of the story, is that he got his great perhaps, and that sometimes people's great perhaps or big moment aren't always happy. But yeah, other than that, I was not a huge fan, and I'm going to give his other book, Paper Towns, a go, which I have, and maybe some others, and like really for my opinion of him as an author overall. That's about all I have for you guys for tonight, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.